are the features of the prelims? This program is QEP, Quality Enrichment Program, which we are the first one to start this program, and this we are conducting since 2018, and this program every year has a very high success rate in ensuring your prelims. Now you understand prelims has become more difficult. It is not a screening test now. The reason is number of students who are appearing has increased a lot. In prelims, what are the challenges? Challenges is, first of all, comprehensive coverage. Normally, what I have understood that even if students take their GS classes in the first round of preparation, it is never enough to develop knowing something and ability to solve the questions correctly is two different things. Fine. So those who are appearing for the first time, they have to be all the more conscious, and also those who have already appeared, this is the best possible way to cover the syllabus. We may be studying, but it is like moving in dark, fine, not knowing, and it's a very big problem if we don't clear prelims, go back to zero and restart. All your effort for mains, all your efforts of coming from your homes, staying in Delhi, everything gets wasted. And if timely attempts are not taken, then things and this cycle begins. You will take prelims, you will not clear it, you will again start, and you will keep on doing trial and error, because the level of understanding is very, very weak, not of content, but of the exam and the nature of the questions of the exam. So from now onwards also, if you can manage the things and do it correctly, your chances are very increase substantially to clear the prelims. But how to do it? What are the challenges? What is the best course of action? Students have problems like they may be studying, but when application part comes, then they may not be doing things in a way that they can mark the correct questions. Unfortunately, there are certain subjects like polity, which normally students feel is easy because you can do from Lakshmikant, but just understanding of facts is not sufficient. There is lot of underlying concepts, and you should know the trend. The trend of the exam is, it is shifting. It may appear factual, but there is lot of underlying concepts. So you, for every paper, every segment, a different approach is required. Okay. Now prelims requires what? Comprehensive coverage. Comprehensive coverage does not mean breadth. It also means the depth of understanding. As every year more number of people will appear, so there is no other choice for UPSC but to make the competition tougher, to eliminate. So what is the objective of UPSC? Eliminate as number of candidates rather than to select. तो आप पहले ये समझ लीजिए, ये एलिमिनेशन का एग्जाम है, सिलेक्शन का नहीं है. And you have to ensure that you don't get eliminated. Stakes कितने हाई हैं? In terms of number, plus one wrong question which you will make and the guess which may go wrong, you will have to be penalized in the form of a negative marking. First of all, give a holistic view, and if prelims is not clear, everything goes waste. So this is one part. Now syllabus also has two components. First is the basic, which you call as static part, and the other is the current. Current is as voluminous as a static part. So what challenges come? You should have content, plus you should also know how to read that content. Then you should know the current part of it, and then application part of it. Okay, so I can say that I have been pioneer in this field to start the prelims preparation in the workbook manner. Just putting efforts but not understanding is of no use. Okay, so how does, just wait 15 minutes बोलने के लिए. So how does workbook help? How workbook is designed? Workbook is designed in the manner which is going to give you quick revision. Plus there are lot of questions and answers which will help you in solving the or in addressing the conceptual issues. Now how things differ when you prepare yourself and you prepare under guidance of someone. First of all, see, if I am taking polity, I know that from this topic, this type of questions will come in this form. Fine. This is very, very important, because understand time is less. And how are we going to maximize? Initially we feel that we will be able to manage, but बाद में ऐसा नहीं होता. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी टीचर्स बैठे हैं उनको ये पता है, जैसे मुझे पता है कि अगर फंडामेंटल राइट से क्वेश्चन आएगा तो यही आएगा, यहीं से आना चाहिए. और जब एक स्टूडेंट उसमें मिस्टेक्स करेगा तो व्हाट मिस्टेक्स आर पॉसिबल. तो इट इज लाइक एवरीबडी नोज द बेस्ट वे फॉर प्रिपरेशन इज रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग, but surprisingly student hardly understand what is reverse engineering. Fine. So from one question, what all probable questions are possible? And it is not just enough that you read, you have to imagine, you have to sharpen your reasoning to solve the questions. Otherwise what happens? There is one term which is common, silly mistakes. Fine, we call it silly, but it is, mistake is a mistake. Fine, We call it silly because we don't want to accept that we can be doing mistakes. So we add this adjective silly, but it is a mistake, and mistake happens. Always you will never be able to opt for the right question until unless you are not conceptually having the clarity. Your hand will always be shaking. Your concentration will not be there. There has to be confidence. Plus, everyone should have a strategy. You have to know which are my strong areas, which are the probable areas. This is the time when you will have to go for lot of professionalism. And if you are working with experienced teachers, lot of your burden sharing goes, you do a smart work, and the chances of you scoring higher increases. This is the main thing. So in a shortest possible manner, shortest in terms of time, but most comprehensive in terms of content, we will be doing this, and we have been doing it consistently. So as a part of the team, I myself is there, Rashid sir is there. We will be having around 7-8 teachers. Everybody is not available right now. Akhilesh sir takes geography part. He will tell you about the nuances of geography in terms of maps, in terms of physical geography, weightage of the questions. Rashid sir will tell, other teachers are also there to cover, because every teacher will be taking a very specialized area, and I can say that no single student can manage on its own everything. Along with this, we will be covering the current affairs part, and this also includes lot of tests, but just solving the test is not enough until unless you understand in a single question there is lot many things which are inherent into it. Okay, and in the end, Shubhanshu will tell when are we going to start the program, and what will be the components of the program. The other teachers include Ritesh sir will be taking the science and technology part, one of the best faculty. Akhilesh sir, very good faculty for geography, because they may be the, because geography is also technical and dynamic area. Sir, and there are other teachers, Jayesh sir, the history part, culture part. We will be doing every part with lot of expertise in every area. Economics, Aman sir will be there, so he will be taking your economic section. And of course, because if you will go with this, there cannot be any better way for preparing prelims. So if you have any question from me directly, you can ask. Otherwise, Akhilesh sir will come and will tell you about geography, the subject which I fear the most. है ना, मुझे हमेशा ये लगता था कोई ज्योग्राफी करवा दे तो बाकी तो निकल ही जाएगा. ठीक है. सो एनी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन यू वांट? अगर उतने डायरेक्शन में रहेंगे तो पक्का दैट इज द बेस्ट. गारंटी तो कहीं भी नहीं कुछ हो सकता, बिकॉज यू डोंट नो हाउ मच यू विल गेट एंड हाउ मच यू विल be able to apply, but definitely this is going to be the best course of action. So right now 2 teachers are there, Akhilesh sir and Rashid sir, the history and geography. Fine. You find it difficult? हम लोग के टाइम में क्या होता था, हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी बड़ी बेवफा. हाँ, रात में पढ़ो सुबह सफा. हाँ, but I will ensure that, and the teachers, मतलब coincidentally these 2 dreaded subjects and the teachers are here, so they will handle it. Okay, and mostly you are political science students, so I don't think that will be a big challenge. But even the areas which we know, we do more mistakes because we take it for granted. Okay, thank you. And
so thank you, ma'am, and warm welcome to all of you. on this platform. My name is Akhilesh, and as ma'am said that I will be joining you with my segment, that is what, geography. What is special in this particular course and why you should opt for this QEP program? So you all have gone through the entire coverage of the general studies, and I hope you did your foundation course. You find that there is a hefty notes of 300 pages for almost each core subject. In this particular QEP program, we are going to abridge that very big chunk of the notes into different important themes. And these themes having length and breadth with respect to the recent trend which is established in your examination. For example, if you go for atmosphere. So atmosphere, if you taking this theme as a main topic, so what kind of questions can be asked from this particular topic? It may be from composition of the atmosphere, okay, composition. It may be zonation in atmosphere, and it may be the application of all these concepts with respect to the current issues also, because geography is not only ensuring your 12 to 15 question which is pertaining from geography, it is also going to be base for your environment and ecology part. So when you go for revision of this particular topic like atmosphere, climatology part, so this will give you the idea of the core concept as well as the kind of question they are putting from atmosphere. Like last year they have asked about the height of tropopause. Height of tropopause is more at equator. Why? There was a question, or maybe they have asked the question that amount of water vapor and its variation. This was a question, no? If you remember last year question. So amount of water vapor at equator, it is almost 4%, and as we move from equator to pole, it is decreasing and it is 1% by volume. So this is what the percentage decrease in water vapor. This is what a concept over there. So they can put a little bit more, what you can say, question upon this very concept. Maybe they can put you why there is less water vapor at western margin of the continent. This could be a question, isn't it? So in general, amount of water vapor is decreasing from equator to pole because at equator there is high temperature. So there will be more rate of evaporation. Apart from it, there is water bodies also. But once you start moving towards pole, you find that average temperature is decreasing, and hence the rate of evaporation is decreasing. And that's why the amount of water vapor is less. But there is an exception. While moving towards pole, there is a general trend of decrease in water vapor, amount of water vapor in air. But at western margin of the continent, you happen to have less than 1% water vapor. Why? The reason is continentality effect. The western margin do not have water bodies, less water bodies, and apart from it, there is cold ocean current, subtropical high pressure belt, and deserts are there. So this is what application of your concept. So just not knowing the concept, but you also have to have the understanding of its application, because they are putting question from the application of the concept. That's why we have to understand the trap too. And in this QEP program, we will go for an information packed workbook. This will be workbook. It's not a notebook. Notes is already made. We are going to show you the traps where they can put you in the problem, and you will go for the negative marking. For example, if I ask to you, suppose that there is a small question and UPSC is going to make this a small question a havoc for you. Why and how? For example, I am writing this. Consider the following statement. And find the correct one. That's why that handout is A. Earth rotates. You all know rotation of the earth. What is the rotation of earth? From west to east. Fine. Earth rotates from west to east. B. Rotation of earth is anti-clockwise. C. Rotation of earth is in clockwise direction. With respect to south pole. D. Rotation of earth is in clockwise direction from west to east with respect to south pole. This is a question. Find out the right answer. Huh? Find out the right answer. Participation is important and mandatory also. So what will be answer? How many of you will go with this? Earth rotates from west to east. कितने लोग का सही हुआ? Raise your hand. Okay, fine. This statement is correct. What about this rotation of earth is anti-clockwise direction? Have you ever heard about this? No. I think yes. You have heard it. Globe मिल जाएगा क्या? इस क्लास में है. Rotation of earth is in anti-clockwise direction. You haven't heard it? सुना है? अच्छा ठीक है. चलो, मतलब A को कितने लोगों ने सही किया? अच्छा, C के बारे में rotation of earth in clockwise direction with respect to south pole. How many of you? This is based on NCERT. कहीं आसमान से सवाल नहीं है. अच्छा, what about D? Rotation of earth is in clockwise direction from west to east with respect to south pole. अगर देखो ना तो सारे स्टेटमेंट सही है, लेकिन बेस्ट कौन सा है? अब सोच रहे हो कि कैसे देखना है सर, तो मुझे आपके लिए दुनिया हाथ में लेनी होगी और मैं उठा लूंगा. आ जाओ. अच्छा, इस देखते हैं. जस्ट वेट. What I said, rotation of earth is from west to east. This is west to east. Try to see what is the direction of rotation. Huh? Is it west to east in? Is it anti-clockwise? Clockwise? ऐसा कैसे हो गया? अब क्या समझना है आपको? जो हिडन बिटवीन द लाइंस हैं वो क्या था? एंटी क्लॉकवाइज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू नॉर्थ. और उसी का फायदा आपसे उठा लिया यूपीएससी ने. कहा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू नॉर्थ पोल. इन दोनों में भी सही बात लिखी गई है जो आपने पढ़ी है, और आप कंफ्यूज होकर वेस्ट टू ईस्ट लिख दिए. बी से ज्यादा ए करेक्ट है, बट ट्राई टू सी द डी, इट इज गिविंग यू द कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन, isn't it? Clockwise direction with respect to south pole from west to east. So the right answer will be, understand what is the meaning of this simple question in front of you, why I put this in front of you, just to make you understand that you understand the concept properly. But when it comes to the application of the concept and solving the question, sometimes you are not able to read between the lines. They are putting question from NCERT, core NCERT, but they twist the question in a way that you are not able to solve it. So in the course QEP program, we will try to resolve all those traps जहां हम गलतियां कर सकते है ना. So this will be the kind of coverage, and because it is a workbook, it's a kind of workbook, so you will be given with the concepts. The concepts will be written, whatever the required concept will be written, and then there is a page left over, and this page is for jotting down the important things. For example, if I talk about the groundwater, we are talking about the negative impacts of green revolution and excessive unscrupulous use of groundwater. What are the impacts, and what are the impacts which has been mentioned in current affair news? So jot down all those things over here so that this QEP workbook become a complete notes for the coverage of your subject, starting from core to the current affair part. And not only this, I will also connect the core topic with the current affair topic, and we will have the interdisciplinary approach also, because geography is not alone subject. They are putting question from geography, maybe having a tinge of environment and ecology. They can put it, connect it with disaster management part. Sometimes they can connect it with society and social issues, isn't it? So we must have a kaleidoscope. We must have developed this kaleidoscope to watch everything all together. And then we will go for mapping also. Mapping for the places which is current in news, as well as the core mapping. क्योंकि उन्होंने ठान लिया है आपको परेशान करने का, तो हमने भी ठान लिया है उनसे आगे बढ़ने का. They are putting list A, list B earlier. Now they are putting list A, list B and list C also. पिछले साल के क्वेश्चन आपने देखे होंगे. If you are knowing धुआंधार, waterfall and Narmada, and not knowing that it is at Malwa or not, it is in Malwa or somewhere else, you are going to have a wrong option. तो आपको क्या करना है, मैपिंग को बहुत कायदे से करना है. And in the class I will go for hand drawn maps. I will never open this Google Earth. मेरी आदत है, क्योंकि Google Earth जैसे ही मैं खोलूंगा, देखने में तो बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन वो आपके घर नहीं जाता, आपके साथ वही जाएगा जो आपकी मेमोरी ले जाएगी. तो ड्रॉ करेंगे यहीं, and we will go for mapping. So there will be mapping program which is associated with QEP also, as well as other classes are also there for mapping. But the thing is, you must know it in holistic way. For example, in last year they have asked the question like there were 3 lists. One is mountain, another one is area, another one is type of mountain. Okay, so they have given like Andes was there, and then Alps was there, Black Forest and Vosges was there. Fine, these are the mountains. Fine. And if you talk about Alps, so Alps is what? Folded mountain. But what about Vosges or Black Forest? They are block mountain. तो पहले क्या करते थे, जो खुद बन गए हैं वहां पे बैठ चुके हैं, वो क्या करते थे, वो लिस्ट ए लिस्ट बी मैच कर दिया, उनका काम हो गया. अब क्या करना होगा, उन्होंने लिस्ट सी भी दिया है कि इन विच रीजन दे बिलोंग्स. तो आल्प्स अगर है तो सेंट्रल यूरोप, आपको जानना होगा, वोस्गीज ब्लैक फॉरेस्ट जर्मनी आपको जानना होगा, एंडीज दिया है तो आपको साउथ अमेरिका. That means they are increasing, infusing the difficulty level in the question, and the purpose is same. मैम ने कहा elimination, तो वो डाल तो हम पाठ हमें भी बताना है ना कि आपकी परेशानी कहाँ से आएगी, और अगर इस तरह के बाउंसर आए तो आपको खेलना है कि छोड़ना है या फिर पुल शॉट मारना है, वो कब कर पाएंगे आप? When you know the intricacies. And purposefully this QEP workbook designed by me also, and it is just to address the question which can be asked in between the lines, and they used to ask such question. The financial resources. So our endeavor is to make you understand this entire intricacies in a very less time with a profound understanding as well as coverage. So it is not knowing, it is not only to have the understanding of the basic concept, but important themes from where you will confront the question in your exam, as well as the traps they can put in front of you. So this will be the kind of course which we are going to start, and Rashid sir will tell you the history part. बिना हिस्ट्री के ज्योग्राफी अधूरा है, और बिना ज्योग्राफी के हिस्ट्री. सर बताएंगे कि हिस्ट्री कैन बी रेड ज्योग्राफिकली एंड ज्योग्राफी कैन बी रेड हिस्टोरिकली. ओके, सो सर विल टेल यू अबाउट द कोर्स. थैंक यू वेरी मच. प्लीज सर.
So, good evening to all of you, which I can recognize some faces also, clear? So, everything set, clear? And you must be knowing the nuances very well. Now, I won't take much time of yours, clear? Because I'll meet you there, but again, some nuances to be discussed related to history as well. See, first of all, I'll let you know that I perceive that you know the basic things, clear? Because in QEP, it's basically you will be updated with the current parts, with the latest parts, with the trend, clear? Rather than only the basic things, because we are having limited time and we want to punch you with maximum information in limited time, clear? So I perceive that you know the basic things in QEP. Come with basic things at least, clear? Now meanwhile, just understand, coming to history section, clear? Out of 100 questions that will be there in your paper and on that final day, clear? 13 questions were asked last time on a conservative side from history, art and culture, clear? Normally it is 16 to 17 questions from history, art and culture, because 6 topics are there and all are given equal weightage. So out of 100 questions, 6 topics divided, it comes to 16 to 17 questions from every topic, clear? So always have this notion also in mind that every section has to be given equal time and weightage, clear? You cannot go on reading current affairs only, you cannot go on reading polity only, because questions will be from all the 6 topics, clear? I am counting general science along with environment and ecology, clear? 6 topics, 16 to 17 questions from each one of them. History is one of them, clear? Now what exactly is to be done for this section, clear? Quite challenging in nature for many of us, clear? 16 to 17 questions, presume that it will be there in the paper. How to approach? Again, I'll let you know. We'll start with ancient India first of all, clear? See, first of all, I'll let you know, if we look into ancient Indian history, clear? These days, for the last 3 years, if you read PYQs very clearly, clear? Questions are more likely from ancient history, clear? And the tilt is more towards art and culture, clear? But as said, history, ancient India, art and culture, how to prepare this long topic, clear? Point here is to get maximum questions there in the question paper rather than only getting to read, clear? This homework to predict the questions has been done by the team here, clear? I'll take care of history, clear? So you are relieved at least from this workload, how to understand where to focus upon, because the entire ancient history may not be equally important, clear? For instance, I'll let you know, clear? Last year there were 3 questions from single topic in ancient India, clear? And this topic is very much expected topic in ancient India, and this topic is known as the post-Mauryan phase, clear? 3 questions from one single topic in prelims paper. Clear? That can decide the result also. Clear? I'll let you know the questions also. Clear? First question was related to a book known as Milind Panho. Clear? Which was written by Nagsen or Nagarjun, leading to the conversion of Menander to Buddhist faith. Clear? Culturally, it's very important. Second topic was Dharni Code. Anyone who had section B or set B in UPSC, this was the very first question. Clear? Where is Dharni Code located? Clear? It's located on eastern coast of India. Why this question was asked first of all? Clear? There is a debate related to evolution of a dynasty known as Satvahans. Clear? Purana says that Satvahans were Andhra Putras. They originated from Andhra coast. Clear? Historians believe that they originated from Western Ghat because most of the settlements are on western side. They originated from western side. They have inscriptions like Nanak Ghat in Pune. Then they went to eastern side. The easternmost limit is Dharni Code located near Amravati. This was second question. Clear? Third question was from southern tip. They asked some poets like Muzuris, Korkai. They said, what does this term indicate? This term indicate basically the poets. Clear? These 3 questions from 3 different layers of ancient India asked from a single topic. Clear? And it is not that the questions will not be there this time also. Clear? In fact, if you look into the trend of these questions, why these questions were asked? Clear? If you look into PYQs also, don't look into PYQs. Understand why such question has been asked. Clear? The first question, Milind Panho, has been asked. Clear? Because the reason is UPSC always focuses on the first and the last thing. Clear? Indo-Greeks were the first one to enter India after the Mauryans. Clear? Among the Indo-Greeks, Menander was the most important one, in fact. Clear? Question was asked on Menander. Dharni Code is the easternmost limit. So they're asking questions from extremes. Clear? Why they went to our port cities? Clear? Because Sangam dynasties like Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas thrived only with maritime trade with Roman world. Clear? So look into the significance of the topics. Clear? Look into the weightage of the topics. Clear? So never try to cover even NCERT from page 1 to the last page. Clear? While looking into PYQ, you should understand what are the areas from where questions are likely to be framed. Clear? And this work would be done by us. We had done our homework. Clear? We'll save you from this analysis. We'll be discussing that in the class itself. Clear? So related to ancient India, related to art and culture. Clear? Okay, what type of questions are asked? Clear? If you look into PYQs, religion and philosophy is always very important. Clear? You will get one question from Jainism and Buddhism. History is very predictable, but as said, I can count on the topics. Clear? But what exactly to be done with the topic, you should know this. Clear? And we'll be resolving that issue. What exactly to be done with Buddhism and Jainism? Clear? Gone are the days when you used to discuss Gautam Buddha was born here, in this year, this was the place, that was the place. No, they're asking concepts. They're asking philosophy. Clear? They'll ask you. Right now, last time they asked the philosophy of Jainism. Clear? And that is related to Syadvad. Clear? Religion and philosophy. Last to last year, there was a question, Vishishtadvaitvad of Ramanuj. Clear? They will be asking questions on concept. They won't ask only on range of information. Clear? So if you are basically analyzing the PYQs for the last 10 years, you will get to know the trend of the questions being framed. Clear? Once you understand the trend of the question framed, we can predict what exactly can be asked in coming time. PYQs won't be there, but at least we can have the idea what exactly can be asked from these topics. Clear? If you come to basically medieval India, they asked technological developments in Delhi Sultanate. Clear? Full-fledged question was also asked. Clear? When we come to the art and culture, Pallava art was asked. Why Pallavas art are asked? Clear? Pallavas are important for art, not respect, and in fact, Chalukyas are not known for art. Clear? And Pallavas and Chalukyas are contemporary dynasties. Clear? Why Pallava art? We have stone reliefs found at Mahabalipuram, and current things were related last time. Mahabalipuram surpassed even Taj Mahal to attract large number of foreign tourists. Clear? So they keep on tracking the current developments also. Which cities has been in news? Clear? What can be asked from this topic? So Mahabalipuram anyway is a very prominent city, and they asked about the artistic development at Mahabalipuram. Clear? So all these current affairs, if you may have not followed for the last 1.5 years, clear? We have done that. Clear? We have predicted what exactly can be asked, and we'll be giving you that in tabulated form. Clear? That's why I'm telling you, the time won't be there to go into concepts and basic things. but we'll give you what exactly can be asked, what are the predictability, what are the probability of the topics which can be placed in your examination. Clear? More importantly, if you look into modern history, clear? Normally modern history, anything that has completed centenary, 100 years, anything that has been celebrated, it always becomes important. Clear? Last to last, I'll let you know, there was a very prominent question. Clear? Swadeshi movement was launched on 7th of August 1905. Second statement was, on 7th of August, we celebrate National Handloom Day. Clear? Swadeshi movement was launched on 7th of August because 2015 our Prime Minister started to celebrate National Handloom Day. Clear? What does it indicate? They have linked it with current developments also. Clear? So obviously you get to know this trend of attaching the static part like history also with current developments. Clear? So obviously those current developments, like this year we are celebrating 100 years of Vaikom Satyagraha. Clear? The Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu has come together. They are celebrating or commemorating the achievements of E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar. Now, E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar is important for coming time. Obviously, we need to know more about E.V. Ramaswamy Naikar, his movement like self-respect movement, his journals like Pudiya Rasu. All these were very important works. Clear? In fact, I'll let you know, in history as far as modern history is concerned, predictability is very high. I'll let you know. Clear? In a modern Indian history, if you come, clear, I'll let you know very clearly, the questions that can be asked from topics are very clear. Clear? One question you will get from British legislations, and that is for sure. Clear? Starting with Regulating Act of 1773 till Government of India Act 1935. One question is there, has to be there. Clear? No examiner can prepare a question of modern history without asking question from legislation. Last time it was Government of India Act 1935, two statements were asked. Clear? Last to last year there was a question on Charter Act of 1833. Clear? That makes it very clear. One question. And it is very easy. If we do all the provisions with all the implications of these legislations, you will have one question. Only issue is don't commit errors. And that can only be done when you give full weightage and importance to this topic. Clear? One topic is bound to be there. Clear? Another important thing is, in modern industry, you will get question largely on socio-religious reform movement. Clear? So one question will be asked from socio-religious reform movement. Clear? It can be socio-religious reform movement starting with Raja Ram Mohan Roy. It may also include depressed class movement. And this time, more importantly, temple entry movement has become very important, especially because of Vaikom Satyagraha. They may not ask Vaikom Satyagraha. They may ask Guruvayur Satyagraha. Our Prime Minister visited Guruvayur temple in Kerala. Kerala is the first state to grant temple entry rights for depressed classes in 1936. Obviously, you have to correlate. Clear? Next topic which is very likely to be asked in modern India is basically peasant and tribal uprisings. Clear? And peasant and tribal uprisings also become very important topic. Clear? Especially these days we have topics related to Ramosi rebellion led by Raju. Clear? And this person played a very important role during non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi as well. Clear? One question from basically peasant and tribal uprisings. Clear? You will get question, that is for sure. Clear? And one question that is asked from political national movement is the phase from 1945 to 47 when transfer of power took place. Clear? What was the question last time? Who was the immediate president of Constituent Assembly on 9th of December 1946? He was the senior most member, Dr. Sachidanand Sinha. Clear? What else do you expect? Clear? Their questions are on very expected lines. Problem is, you cannot commit mistake. One another very predictable topic is economic policies of the British. Clear? One question is asked from economic policies. Last time the question was on permanent settlement. This time the question can be on commercialization of agriculture, deindustrialization, drain of wealth, for mines in India. In fact, all these questions are very much expected this time because economic history is not left. Because the most curse of British rule is felt on economy of modern India. Last time it was permanent settlement, very easy one. They asked the features of permanent settlement. Clear? This time they may not ask question on land revenue settlement, but this time the question will be on other aspects of economy, the most important being regular famines in India, important commissions related to famines in India. They can ask question on drain of wealth, components of home charges given by Dadabhai Naoroji, the works written by Dadabhai Naoroji. So you have to correlate the developments related to that. Clear? So in modern history, trend is very predictable. Clear? Only issue is don't commit any mistake there. Clear? What issue is, first topic is legislation, then social religious, peasant and tribal uprisings, 45 to 47, clear. Some years back, there was one another phase from where questions were being asked, 30 to 32, because multiple developments took place from 30 to 32, clear. So obviously you need to know about 30 to 32. There's one committee which is in news these days, Lothian committee. That committee came to India. They went across Indian territory. That committee submitted its report to British Parliament related to depressed classes. Based on that committee only, Ramsay MacDonald announced Communal Award in 1932, which provided reservation for depressed classes. Clear? You need to carry these things. Clear? This has been in news. Clear? In fact, if you carry with all these informations, current developments, you'll be able to predict the question very easily. Neolithic culture. Clear? Recently, Neolithic site has been discovered at Pulwama in Kashmir, and 11 pits has been found at Pulwama. Clear? Which is very important because obviously we knew only two sites in Kashmir. One was Burzahom, another was Gufkarar. Clear? Now we have to know about Pulwama as well. Clear? This has been recent development by Archaeological Survey of India. Clear? So obviously history is not as static as it used to be perceived. Clear? If we look into the trend of the question, it makes it very clear. People or examiner is watching the current part and then they are linking it with history. Clear? In fact, for example, last year when the question was on Visist Advaitwad, what was the first statement? Clear? Indian Prime Minister inaugurated the statue of Ramanuj in Hyderabad. Clear? They're following the itinerary of a Prime Minister. Second statement was Ramanuj gave the philosophy of Visist Advaitwad. Clear? No, one statement from history, one statement from current developments. Clear? Last time the question was Swadeshi movement is celebrated or started on 7th of August 1905. On 7th of August we celebrate National Handloom Day. One statement from history, one statement from current aspect. Meaning thereby, clear? If you had been following the newspapers for 1.5 years and you had been interlinking that with static part, then the information gets complete. If you have only basic static part, it is incomplete. If you have only current affairs, then also it is incomplete. It wants synthesis of both the thing, blending of both the things properly. Clear? Along with keeping a track on what type of questions has been asked in the previous year. Clear? So in this course, we had done the homework. We'll be giving you those expected areas. In fact, informations related to those expected areas from where questions are more likely to appear, so that there you are at ease. Clear? And you are able to correct at least half of the questions there, because a process of elimination. Half of the question, why I'm saying, clear? Last time the cutoff was 75 marks, which means 38 questions. What do you want then? You want UPSC to catch from your home to write mains? 38 questions out of 100. Not even 50 questions. What does it mean? There is some issues with our preparation. Clear? You cannot blame UPSC. Clear? At least you can correct half of it easily if you have the trend right now. That means somewhere we are committing errors. Not one of us. Most of it. And there are still people who are scoring above 120 to 13 prelims. They have the right knack. They have done even reverse engineering. They have understood PYQs very well. It's not only about hard work. It's about smart approach. Clear? And that smart approach is mandatory to crack prelims. Clear? 38 questions, what does it mean? What else UPSC can do for candidates? 75 was the cutoff, which was the lowest cutoff in the last 5 years. And UPSC is not going to change the standard of the question. That is for sure. Clear? It's all problem with us. We are not able to cope up with that pattern. Clear? So obviously, if we try to understand the pattern, not only reading books again and again, understand the pattern. This pattern we had done, and we'll let you know what exactly to approach. Clear? After these classes, if you give a little bit of it also on your side, clear? Believe me, you will get to know the knack. From where to get those 55, 60 questions to get through. clear? And those 55-60 questions is enough to get through you in prelims. Never think of attempting 100 out of 100, clear? Let me know, very realistic. Even after 10 years of your preparation also, you won't be knowing 25 to 30 questions. Competition is not there for 25 questions. Competitions for remaining 60-70 questions, clear? There you have to work, clear? And in that also, make it clear, at max 50 questions to be right. That you can do. 98 has been the cutoff highest in the change pattern, clear? And last time it was exceptional, it was 75 only, clear? 75 means only 30 odd questions, 38 odd questions, clear? That is not a big thing. But if a strategy is not proper, even that 38 questions will be a tough task. It's all about strategy, it's all about approach, clear? That smart approach, that planning has been done, will be just giving you those informations in tabulated form, even the concept how to identify the questions there, and that will make the work much easier, much predictable. The right word would be much predictable, so you are at ease in those 2 deciding hours in examination center. Huh. Huh. No, cutoff for GS was 75 only, clear? But many people could not crack this examination this time also because of CSAT. Huh. 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 No, it won't, because cutoff that has been given by UPSC, clear? No, cutoff as far as UPSC, I'm talking about 2023. The 24th attempt, the cutoff has still not come, clear? I'm talking about 23, clear? Maybe 24, I'm not sure about the cutoff, but I'm talking about the cutoff which has been already given by UPSC, clear? 24th cutoff has still not come. 23rd cutoff, it was 75 marks, clear? 75 marks means 38 questions, clear? This time the cutoff will come only after the result, clear? So obviously, my point is 38 questions. Even if it is 89, 90, 45 questions. Even you correct silly mistakes also. Please tell me. Hmm. Huh? Hmm. Hmm. Uh. Hmm. See, the best part to diffuse this changing pattern is, clear, that you need to, first of all, as I told, clear, there are 6 major topics for prelims examination. If you count general science with environment and ecology, clear, 16 to 17 questions from every topic, clear. That means that equal weightage has to be given to everything: history, geography, polity, economy. Out of the 16-17 questions asked from every topic, clear, target should be that you need not correct all 16 out of 16, clear? You need to correct 12 out of it. That would also work. Why? Calculate 12 out multiplied by 6, clear? You will get a sufficient score there, clear? Point here is, clear, you cannot expect, or you don't go with this greediness that you will attempt 100 out of 100 or you will attempt 95 out of 100. No, never do that, clear? This should be the target, realistic target. But here, to get that realistic target, clear, then we need to know the pattern, clear, what exactly to be done. As I told you, clear, since history, as I'm telling you, clear, one question why I'm talking from legislations, because if you look into the question, in fact, forget about the previous paper, clear, no examiner can justify the history of modern India without or with escaping the legislative part, clear? It has to be there because that provided the backbone of British administration in India. So starting with Regulating Act, ending with Government of India Act 1935, clear? Again, at the same time, if you look at the topics like peasant and tribal uprising, this has been largely focused, clear? And at the same time, recent research is going on tribal uprisings in India, the latest developments also, clear? So normally they link that development with those developments, okay? That is the historical part. See, again, I'll let you know. if you are going with those pattern also, I'm telling you, or suppose UPSC comes with a new pattern altogether also, which is a new to the examiner, to the all the candidates. My point is clear. If you get that pattern also, suppose you have in-depth analysis and you have done the topic thoroughly, clear, even if it's 3 statements or 4 statements or 2 statements, you will be able to correct. But at the same time, if you have knowledge which is related to only static part or only the current part, you may be missing out the last topic, last statement, and there you will not be able to identify 2 statements or 3 statements. Point, that is why I'm telling you, that is why what I told you, clear, you have to first of all identify which are the topics which are to be done in depth, from where questions are bound to come, and from where if in 5 statements are asked, you are not able to commit errors there. Clear? Now, point here, I'm coming to a point only. Clear? Suppose you prepare one topic from A to Z. Clear? Obviously, your efforts got diluted to all the topics. You have done all the topics, but not in depth any one topic. Clear? Now, point here is, suppose a question is asked, you know the 2 things, but you know the don't know the 3rd one or the 4th one. The whole effort got waste because the question would be wrong. Clear? But if you identify some knots here, whereby these topics from where questions are being come, and then you are giving maximum effort to that topic, clear, then whatever question, whatever format, whatever trend is followed by UPSC, clear, you would be easily able to solve that question. My point here is clear, that first of all we need to identify the areas, clear, from where questions are more likely to be there, be it any pattern followed by UPSC. We don't need to get worried about it. Clear? At least it will be based on question only. Clear? If you have in-depth analysis and multiple angles attached to that, clear, you won't commit mistake there. Point here is, but if you have done entire thing in a general way, clear, obviously if questions are easy, you will be able to correct. But if questions are twisted, that is one UPSC, you will be liable to commit mistakes there. That's what I'm telling you. Clear? Always identify the areas with PYQs and other trend to understand which are the topics to be focused upon largely. Clear? If you are doing that, you won't be able to commit mistake. Clear? But if you have done generally everything, you won't be able to specify the topics, the questions from where you are bound to commit or rather make the questions right. Because 100 out of 100, never ever think it's going to be your idea. Clear? That it will lead to a blunder. It will always make it sense that you need to target 70 to 75 odd questions whereby your results get decided. Clear? Because 20-25 questions, if you look into the pattern, it's always beyond the control of many candidates. Clear? That needs to be understood. But for that also, you need proper planning. The point here is this. Clear? So I hope idea is clear, and you need to follow this strategy. And also, again, the last thing, that apart from GS, also go with CSAT also. Keep on practicing that portion. Last time, many candidates got stuck because of CSAT. Never take it lightly, please. Clear? Take it equally seriously. Keep on practicing the paper. That equally is important to qualify the prelims. Clear? So, thank you. This was from my side. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So, first of all, welcome to Shubhra Ranjan IAS study. My name is Shubhanshu Jaiswal and I am GS coordinator here. So, by and large, you have got the strategy for the exam. You have interacted with the teachers. See, there is no one complete strategy which will apply to all. But one thing that you as an adult, as a practical person, can understand is that the exam is not easy. It is having the flavor of both continuity and change. Continuity in terms of difficulty, in terms of going into the depth, and change in terms of what he and you mentioned, that changing the number of questions, increasing the questions from one section in 1 year and then changing it in next year. So which approach is the best approach? What according to you is the right way of going ahead? Yes. No. He is going to take care of the ancient and medieval history. Modern history would be taken by Jesh sir. I'll tell those things. So it is a my question from my end. What do you feel about the strategy for prelims? How do you see this examination? What do you feel? I mean, आपने जो चीज शेयर करी, how can we go ahead with this? I am summarizing this examination in front of you. You tell me which is the most crucial stage. You tell me what is going to be your strategy. You tell me which subject is most important. Right, correct. Right, true. Now अब मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री का उन्होंने बिल्कुल कम कर दिया. करेक्ट. ट्रू. ट्रू. करेक्ट. ट्रू. Right. Any other opinion? You tell me. You have cleared already one scholarship exam, right? You tell me how different it is from your regional, uh, the scholarship test of the conducted by government. Although the syllabus is largely the same, but still, apart from difficulty of examination. Okay. See, first, first and foremost, you need to understand what the exam is, what the data is, how many people are appearing here, and how many they have to select. Fine. If you look at that ratio, firstly, the cutoff doesn't matter. 75, 85, you cannot predict it. You don't need to worry about it, because eventually, if they have to select, let's say, if 10 lakh people have filled their form and have appeared and written the examination, if they have to select the 10,000, they'll take these. उन्हें इससे मतलब नहीं है कि आपने कौन सा सही किया है. उनको अपनी कट ऑफ इज दिस द ब्रेकिंग पॉइंट जहां पर उनकी ये इतनी नंबर ऑफ सीट्स फिल हो रही है. 10,000 अगर फिल हो रही है यहाँ तक, तो दे विल टेक दिस. कट ऑफ लो कब होती है? जब एग्जाम टफ होता है. कट ऑफ ऊपर कब होती है? जब एग्जाम रिलेटिवली टफ नहीं होता है. एज सिंपल एज दैट. तो उसमें आपको ये तो कंफ्यूज होना ही नहीं है. नाउ सेकंड थिंग व्हाट आई एम टॉक व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कंटिन्यूटी, something which he mentioned, that the type of questions which are asked by UPSC, you will not find it in any of the test series, even if so many people claim it. Yes, no doubt mains में predictable questions होते हैं, because in mains syllabus is relatively more defined. यहाँ पे तो open ended syllabus है. Freedom struggle of India, go read it. How many freedom fighters? Will you go into the regional history? Will you go into the prominent freedom fighters or even beyond? So here the challenge with the prelims is, number one, syllabus is not very much defined. It is open-ended, and hence, and also the change that UPSC is making in terms of difficulty, that is one thing कि question का level ही difficult कर दिया. Like if you look at the questions of history before 2015, there were questions of ancient Indian history which you were able to solve, which you were able to tackle. But if you look at the recent questions, these are very difficult ones. Fine. So difficulty increase हुई है, number one, but pattern like जो elimination techniques पहले हो रही थी काम, अब वो नहीं हो रही है. So they are changing two things. Number one, difficulty. Number two is the pattern. Now what can save you? You again have to find their weakness. When I say कि continuity है, तो आपको भी ये देखना होगा कि किन areas से पूछ रहे हैं, and उसके लिए you will have to be very thorough with the basic concepts. Basic concepts की बोलने की अगर हम बात बोले, history, polity, geography, economy, science and tech, इनमें से अगर आप किसी में भी बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स में अगर आपने 2 से 4 क्वेश्चन गलत कर लिए, ट्रस्ट मी, यू आर आउट ऑफ द कट ऑफ. नो मैटर हाउ मेनी करंट अफेयर्स क्वेश्चंस यू आर एबल टू सॉल्व, बट अगर आपका बेसिक का क्वेश्चन गलत है, जो बेसिक्स की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जो आपने इजीली पढ़ रखा है, जो डुएबल थे, जो आपके नोट्स से मिल रहे हैं, आई एम नॉट सेइंग एग्जैक्ट आएंगे, जो आपके डुएबल क्वेश्चंस थे, अगर आपने वहां मिस्टेक कर दी तो यू आर आउट ऑफ द कट ऑफ. Now, how can you manage that? Again, practice. So, there are things. Number one, you have to be very thorough with the PYQs to understand what is the need of examination. आपको कौन-कौन से areas पढ़ने हैं. But this will not be. This is going to tell you to a large extent किस तरह की चीज़ आपको पढ़नी है, किस तरीके से पढ़नी है. आप अगर इलेक्शंस को पढ़ रहे हो तो किस तरीके से पढ़ना है, आपको मेंस के तरीके से अभी नहीं पढ़ना है, टाइम इज नॉट देयर. ठीक है, आपको पंचायती राज अभी नहीं पढ़ना है, वो मेंस के लिए ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्रीलिम्स के क्या टॉपिक्स है, क्या फंडामेंटल राइट्स, अगर हम इकोनॉमी की बात कर रहे हैं, आप एपीएमसी में चले जाओगे, आईएमएफ पे चले जाओगे, तो यू लूज आउट मार्क्स, बिकॉज यहाँ की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो अगर आप पीवाईक्यूज में देखोगे तो क्वेश्चंस आपके पूछे जा रहे हैं मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी से, फिस्कल पॉलिसी से, एफडीआई से, इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट से. सो यू हैव टू बी विजिलेंट इनफ कि आप इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें कोई भी मिस नहीं कर रहे हो. यू हैव टू स्टडी एवरीथिंग, बट more attention has to be paid to the areas which are being asked. Simple. Second, even after studying is one thing, जैसे मैम ने कहा था, आपको आती है चीजें, एक चीज है, पर जब हम उससे क्वेश्चन, जब हम इस इंटेंशन से बनाते हैं ना कि आप फंसो, तो आप फंस सकते हो. तो उसके लिए जो आपको ओवरकम करना है, दैट यू कैन मैनेज विथ टेस्ट, प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट, मॉक टेस्ट, वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू कॉल इट. ठीक है. टेस्ट इन टेस्ट का क्या है, इनसे क्या आपका नॉलेज गेन बहुत बड़ा होगा? नहीं. आपको आपकी अपने खुद के लूप होल्स पता चलेंगे कि किन एरियाज में आपको ज्यादा मेहनत करनी है. whether you need to work on the concepts or you need to work on the facts, whether your history is weak or your geography is weak, whether the amount of confidence that you are having in your optional subject, let's say polity, is it justified, because is it helping you to attempt and make all the questions right? Because ये भी होता है, जिसका जो ऑप्शनल होता है उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा मिस्टेक्स कर देते हैं, right? So these are the things which you need to keep in mind every day, every time you are studying for prelims. Mains में you have that scope that आपने 150 words में एक दो चीजें ऊपर नीचे मिस कर दी, you have that scope, examiner will give you the marks. यहाँ पे नहीं है, यहाँ पे you have made the error and you are out, right? So you need to understand that this is elimination stage. यहाँ पे आपको उतना cautious होना पड़ेगा. जो फैक्टर्स हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, we cannot work on that. स्पोर्ट्स का क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी ने पहली बार पूछ लिया, ऑब्वियसली, बट वो आपके लिए नहीं है, वो फिर सबके लिए न्यू है. अगर किसी को पता है तो ठीक है, आपकी अपनी कोई फील्ड होगी, मे बी यू बिलोंग टू सच अ ज्योग्राफी और यू बिलोंग टू सच अ कल्चर कि वहां से आपने उसके हेल्प से कुछ आपने सॉल्व कर लिया, ठीक है। तो जो आपके हाथ में नहीं है उस पर आप वर्क नहीं कर सकते हो, बट एटलीस्ट द बेसिक्स विच इज देयर इन द सिलेबस, हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटी, ज्योग्राफी, इकोनॉमी, साइंस, टेक एंड एनवायरमेंट, ये पार्ट हमारे एंड पे है, दिस वी कैन डू. One is the basic part and other is the conceptual and their current affairs, the dynamic portion. Dynamic portion आप लोगों ने कईयों ने मिस करी होगी, so जो मिस करा है वो with the help of teachers you can cover it. So this can be one of the right strategy if you are approaching towards this examination. Fine. Now मैं जो बात करूंगा वो कोर्स में हम कैसे कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं, क्या है. सो फर्स्टली कोर्स फीचर्स में आपके जो लेक्चर्स होंगे, तो जो लेक्चर्स होंगे वो फास्ट ट्रैक मोड में होंगे. कहने का मतलब ये है कि जो बहुत बेसिक सी चीज है वो क्लास में डिस्कस नहीं होगी, फास्ट ट्रैक है. इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड दैट यू हैव स्टडीड द सब्जेक्ट वंस बिफोर हैंड. फाइन. सो ये चीज आपको ध्यान रखनी है. सो दोज हु आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू अपीयर इन प्रीलिम्स 25, द कोर्स इज ओनली फॉर देम. ठीक है. अगर आप 26 में अपीयर कर रहे हो और अभी आपके बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटी, ज्योग्राफी, इकोनॉमी के नहीं हुए, then you might feel a difficulty in this course. Fine. We will cover all the mentioned subjects in these 42 lectures. Each lecture will be of 5 hours. So we'll start in the morning 8 a.m. to 10:30, then we'll take half an hour break, then 11 to 1:30. So the course is in the two modes, offline and online. Offline students will have the access to attend the lectures in the classroom, and they will also get the recording for the same. Fine. So the recording will be uploaded on the same day within 2 hours. Let's say the lecture gets over at 1:30, by 3 o'clock you can expect the recording. For online students, every day the lecture will be uploaded on the portal by 3 p.m. These lectures can be viewed on our mobile application. Then the PYQ tent and discussion, it is included in the course. Like every time the teacher is going to, they are going to follow something, उसी में ही वो आपको बता देंगे कि लाइक साइट से क्वेश्चन आया था, ये वाला ये है. ठीक है. मेन ये टाइम लाइक पॉलिटी के टीचर्स ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं कि वी कैन हैव अ सेपरेट क्लासेस फॉर पॉलिटी PYQ बाय शुभ्रा मैम फॉर फंडामेंटल राइट्स, या जो ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. वी विल आल्सो हैव प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट एंड वर्कबुक इन दिस कोर्स. सो वर्कबुक के बारे में सर ने मेंशन किया था, बिकॉज द वन ऑफ द इशू वुड बी कि आप लोगों के पास जो नोट्स होंगे वो प्री कम मेंस के होंगे. आपके लिए पॉसिबल नहीं होगा अभी मेंस का पार्ट सेग्रीगेट करना. सो यू नीड समथिंग विच इज हैंडी, विच इज पर्सनलाइज्ड, जिसमें आपने कुछ इंटरेक्शन या आपने खुद की स्क्रिबलिंग करी हो और उसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रीलिम्स का हो. दिस वर्कबुक इज गोइंग टू प्ले दैट रोल. व्हाई? बिकॉज इन द वर्कबुक व्हेन द लेक्चर्स आर बीइंग कंडक्टेड, इट इज इन द क्वेश्चन आंसर फॉर्मेट. सो क्वेश्चंस विल बी आस्क्ड फ्रॉम यू एंड यू कैन fill in that. Fine. The mentorship etc. is also included in this. The course we will start on 17th of February and the timings will be, as I mentioned, 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. I would like to introduce our faculty for this. So Ritesh sir is going to take care of the science. Kumud sir will be conducting the polity, basic part, entire part. Ma'am might do certain lectures for fundamental rights. Okay. Then Neeraj Nasiketa sir will be doing environment and ecology classes. Jayesh sir will take care of ancient and medieval history. Modern history will be done by Rashid sir. Sudarshan sir will be taking care of current affairs. Akhilesh sir, whom you met today, he will do geography, and Aman sir will do economy. Okay. Again, all this information is there in the website. You can visit it. This is how your course is going to be completed. So we'll start right from the 17th February. First we will do polity, then we'll do history, ancient first, then modern, then we'll do geography, economy, environment, science and current affairs. In this way you will start your preparation on 17th of February and you will revise everything by 4th April. 1 or 2 days may be there, plus or minus due to any reason. Maybe let's say in any section students ask more questions, so maybe 1 or 2 days can be up or more or less, but largely by 4th of April your course will be finished. After 4th April you will have your full length test, and before 4th April you will have the sectional test. So for example, polity, once you do the lectures you will have this sectional test for polity. So in this way we are ensuring that whatever you are studying in the class you are able to practice it as well. Fine. So this is from my end. if you have any questions, you are free to ask. CSAT is not included. This is GS Prelims crash course. CSAT is not included in this. हाँ, we will start on 17th Feb. मैंने कहा ना एक दो बीच में गैप, like Holi is in between. Largely we give off on Sunday, but अब जैसे अगर मान लो संडे को फिनिश हो रहा है फिर मंडे को ऑफ दे दिया, तो यू विल गेट दैट वन डे ऑफ ऑल्सो, ताकि आप भी रिफ्रेश हो पाओ बिफोर वी स्विच अ सब्जेक्ट. So with lot of effort and lot of experience with our students, we have designed it. We understand कि आपके weak areas कहाँ होंगे, कहाँ पे आपको difficulty होगी, and this it is for this reason कि हमने senior most जो teachers होते हैं हम उनसे ही करवाते हैं. So it helps you because this is a value addition course, so you should actually feel that value addition. Fine. So this is from my end. If you have any questions we can ask, otherwise we can conclude the session. टाइम चेंज तो नहीं होगा. इफ यू हैव एनी अदर क्लास ऑनलाइन कर सकते हो. अगर आप जीएस में अपने वाले में हो तो आप जीएस ऑनलाइन कर लो, अदरवाइज ये ओके नहीं, ये तो इसमें है. ब्रेक में हाँ बीच में ब्रेक होगा ना 10:30 से 11. ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू एवरीवन.